So hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is going to be the 23rd challenge in 30 days of React JavaScript. So here you can see we have another problem statement, which is create a basic weather app using React, which involves taking the weather data from a weather API and displaying it in your React application. So we have to create a weather app from an API and we have to display data accordingly. So you can use open weather API we have. So you can navigate to weathermap.org and you can read the documentation for that. So you can navigate to services, and here you can see we have the weather services. So you can click on the view and scroll down. So you can navigate to current and forecast weather data collection, and you can click on the API doc. So you will see this is basically the API endpoint. So basically you need an API key to hit this API. So you can navigate to your dashboard and you can click on this my API key, and when you will navigate to my API key, so you can generate any API key for your own use. And here you can see I have already generated one weather API key, so I can use this, and this is basically a default API key. When you will sign in, it will give you a default API key for your use, so you can use this. So coming back to the point, here you can see we have the API URL, and here is some parameters, okay, which is different for different parameters. Firstly we have for latitude and then longitude, and you can also explore this. And on the bottom when you scroll, you can see a JSON format from an API response. So this will contain an object basically, and you can use this object in your React application or any other application which you want to use. So coming back to my code, so let's get started. So if you're new to my channel, make sure that you like and subscribe my channel so that you don't miss the awesome videos. So let's get started. We will create React arrow functional component export, and we will need use state for managing the state. We will create one variable which is city. Final state will be set city, and initially it will be a blank string. So now we will create one another state for the weather data. Initially weather data, final will be set weather data, and this is initially to be null. Now I will create one variable which will contain my API key. So I will copy my API key. I will go to my dashboard and I will go to the my API key section. So here you can copy this API key. I will paste it here. Now I will create one function which is get weather. It is going to be an async call, so we have to make our function asynchronous. Now with the help of try and catch, we will make an API response. We will write const response equals to await fetch the URI. So this is basically the URI, as I told you earlier. When you navigate to this current weather data, so I can copy this API URL and paste it here. So I have to make some modification, and we have to pass city here. We will remove this longitude, we don't want this. And API ID, we have to pass the API key, so we will pass this API key with the help of $API key. So now we will create const data is equals to await response.json. We will convert the incoming response into JSON. Now we will update the final state set weather data to the data, and now by chance if the API fail, so we will print the error with the help of console.error.message. We will print the message. Now we will make some modification in our HTML. So we will make section, give a class name landing section. We will write div, pass a class name row and container. We will write h2 dot landing heading, we will write weather app. We will make one div, landing form div, and inside I will create one input tag. I will give a class name form control, input box. We will give placeholder intercity. We will give value to be city. On the basis of the input provided by the user, it will make an API call. So we will write one function on change, and inside on change we will update the final state, which is set city to e dot target dot value. Now we want one button also to make an API call, so we will give this a class name btn primary. We will write get weather, and now we will pass this get weather function into our on click. So we will write on click get weather, and now if I show you the response, so for that I have to print the data to the console. So I will write console.log data. Now if I navigate to my UI, so I will write localhost /challenge23. So I will open my console, and let's suppose if I write city name Delhi, and when I click on the get weather, so you will see I will get a response, and it will contain an object. So you can see name is city, and inside we have several parameters, like we have the country India, ID is this, sunrise is this, sunset is this, type is this. So you can use this object accordingly. So now I have to create the UI for this. So now after this button, I will write weather data. If it is available, then only I will show this div. Inside this div, I will write one S3 landing subheading, and inside I will pass the city, which is weather data dot name. So you can see in the object the name field is containing the city value, so you can print the city here. And now same, I will print the country also. So I will write weather data dot, so for the country you can see in this sys object we have the country India, so I will write weather dot sys dot country. You can also make a null check like this. If weather data dot sys is available, then only I will show weather data dot sys dot country, and else it is not, then you can show the default country, which is India. Now I will write one paragraph. Inside I will give a class name para, and I will show the temperature as it is weather data dot for the temperature. You can see in the main dot temp, it is a temperature basically. So maximum temperature we have this, and minimum temperature is this. So weather data dot main dot temp. So here also you can make the null checks. Now I will make another para, and I will write weather is equals to weather data. So basically weather contains an array of object, and inside we have this description. Okay, what type of weather we have? So weather data dot weather index 0, we are getting an index 0 value from the array, and we will write description. So inside weather we have the description. So now you will see we have this. Okay, so my bad, I have to put this paragraph after the heading tag. I will format the document, and now you will see city is Delhi, country is India. So let's suppose if I write RANCHI Ranchi and click on the get weather, you will see city is Ranchi, country is India, temperature is this, and weather is this. So this is something. You can also enhance this part of UI. You can add some more CSS and try to play with the object we are getting in the response, and you can also read the documentation for that. So that is something. So we have a basic logic for making an API call and getting the weather data. So for getting the weather data, necessary that you have an API key, a valid API key, and you will get this API key by signing on this platform, and you can navigate to my API keys dashboard, and here you can create your own API key, and by default it will give you an API key. You can use this. So that is something. So if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any doubt regarding this, so let me know in the comment section, and till then, thank you for watching.